Okay, today I'm bringing you a Marvel Legends. This not actually is not new. It's been around for a while, and I had it when it first dropped. This is the Spider-Man mutating Spider-Man, where he actually his from the bite from the radioactive spider bite. He was evolved like kind of continuing mutation, and this is part of that mutation where he actually had 8 limbs. He had 8 arms. He had basically counting his legs. He had 8 arms, limbs slash limbs. This is the Marvel Legends set from the Marvel Legends series. We're gonna take a look at the side. This is the Spider-Man with all the different arms on the side, and we're gonna go to the back and see what's in this series. And we got Black Cat, we got Spider-Man, we got Marvel's Puma, we got. Let me read that. Jesus. I need glasses. We got Symbiote Spider-Man. We got Marvel's Night Thrasher. We got Silver Stable, and we got Red Goblin in this series. And it's a Build-A-Figure series that builds the Kingpin. And I think now they have the Kingpin available where it's not a Build-A-Figure Kingpin. It's just you just buy the Kingpin, which I actually like that idea better, a little bit better, because sometimes you can't find all the figures, and you might not want all the figures. Okay, so, and it says, hoping to cure his spider powers, Parker drinks a special mixture and wakes up with 4 extra arms. Well, that's not the original story, because I remember from the 90s cartoon that basically his mutation was still mutating, and basically he wound up becoming eventually like a man spider. And this is part of that. So, we're gonna take a look, and we're gonna take him out of the package and take a closer look at him. Okay, we got the figure out of the package finally. Um, so we just taking a look. I can tell you off top, I love the sculpt. The sculpt is really good. I think they could have did a little more shading on the arms, just a little bit. For the most part, I like the sculpt though. The sculpt is actually very dope. Um, so it goes up to a lot of detail. So we're gonna start with the head. There's a little bit of paint thing right there, but I was able to scrape it off. Head goes up and down. It spins around. Could have gone up. I think it could have went up a little bit further than what it does. Wait, does it? Oh yes, it does. Thank God. And the head goes all the way down. Okay, he doesn't have any waist articulation. That sucks because they could have put some articulation right down here. Um, I guess they didn't have the room because they felt like they were doing the arms. He doesn't have any articulation. That's another little paint smudge right there that I don't. Okay, I don't like that. But okay, so we're gonna look at the arms. He doesn't have any articulation as far as the waist or the torso though. Um, I mean that's probably because of the arms, but he could have had some waist up in here. The arms are double on a ball joint, so they spin all the way around. Um, this goes all the way around. That's the bicep. He has a double jointed elbow, wrist articulation. So basically, he can do his whole. Okay, he's got his. This is on a ball joint. It moves around. Articulation in there. Double jointed elbow again. So it goes all the way up as much as possible. Same thing here. Ball joint. Wrist does the articulation thing right up in there. You can see it right up in there. And I probably got to put this in a little warm water because it's kind of stiff. And on this arm, for the most part, it's not a ton to this because it's no waist articulation, double jointed knee, ab twist. I mean, calf twist. Um, Pivot on the heel, move around, thigh twist, legs go out. Let's see how far the legs go. Okay, wow, okay, that could work. Okay, but the problem is there's no articulation in the waist. That's my only gripe. But for most part, I kind of like the sculpt. It's a decent sculpt. I like the idea behind it. I get why they don't have a waist sculpt, like a waist twist, but they could have put one up in here. They could have made these arms just a little bit, maybe something a little bit smaller up in here, either side, and put a little bit of a waist articulation in there. I understand why they didn't do it here because the arms are there. But for the most part, they could have put a little bit of twist in there, and you could have got some crazy poses, with this. But for the most part, I really like this Spider-Man. This is my second one I bought. Original one I bought when it actually came out, which was some time ago, which was a little while ago, and I never pulled out the box, so I never did a review on it. But this is the mutating Spider-Man, where basically he is turning into like a man spider. I wonder if they're gonna eventually put out a man spider if they haven't, because I have the one from the '90s series that it's a man spider. So this is Spider-Man after he allegedly takes a drink that changes him and makes him have limbs. You can get him in some crazy poses. So that works, but see, the waist articulation wouldn't work. So I'm gonna give this like a 7, a 6.5 to 7, just off of that waist problem. But otherwise, this is a decent sculpt. Could have leaves a little more shading in here. That if you look at the picture, if you look, there's very much a lot of indentation in there. It's like it's almost chiseled. It's almost like it's raised. So basically, all the sculpt is raised. Um, the costume looks like it has a little more texture. Like this up in here, the blue is kind of like pajama blue. It looks a little toyish. It could have been a little better. It could have been more like the picture right here. I'm gonna bring that in so you can see it. But for the most part, I'm not dissatisfied with this. So this is Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends Kingpin Build-A-Figure series. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, like, dislike, or just talk. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think of this actual Spider-Man figure. Okay, so this is Hood Collector out. Hood Freak, Hood Geek, Ghetto Freak.